This fire, the largest and most voracious in California's recent history, tore through 230 square miles of bone-dry forest, whipped up by high winds. It destroyed 10,000 homes, both here and in settlements further up the ridge. As you say, 79 people have been confirmed dead, but that missing list, the number of unaccounted, sits now at around 700. We've spoken to one young woman who believes her mother is dead. And we also spoke to the last man standing in this town that he loves.
The climate's good. It's nice and peaceful. Everybody's got a smile on their face, a nice good morning for everybody. Yeah, it wasn't called paradise for nothing.
Lift your gaze in paradise, and the canopy looks like it always has. But at ground level, the intimate wreckage of thousands of lives is on display. Stairways that hang mid-air. Backyard playgrounds melted. And cars that nobody will drive to work or the shops again.
It went fast. All of this went fast. From the time we saw the fire till the fire was over there, 20 minutes. Everything was on fire.
Brad Weldon is one of only a handful of the town's 27,000 residents who stayed and survived. He fought the flames with 2 garden hoses and the help of a friend's son.
The real scary part where you were having to hose yourself down to keep from burning up was over, so.
And you did that?
Oh yeah, more than one time, both of us.
Really?
Oh yeah, turn the hose on yourself, lay down on the ground, put the hose on yourself. It's because the fire was coming right at us.
This is what it looked like from their house that morning.
It was a complete firestorm, and the fire came through here so fast it was like a blowtorch. It was so much black smoke, it was like midnight out here.
As they fought the flames, Brad's mother waited inside.
She's blind, she can't see, she can't walk around, and so she just had to stay and be patient.
The noises must have been terrifying for her.
Scared her to death. Yeah, she was really scared. But she's a tough old girl. She hangs right in there.
Sounds like it runs in the family.
Yeah.
Brad's convinced if he'd tried to leave, his mother would not have survived, suffering the same fate as hundreds still on the town's missing list.
The missing list is mostly people in their late 70s, 80s, 90s, most of them. This was a huge retirement community. There was no warning. There's no public sirens, none of that stuff around here. There was absolutely no warning for most of these people. Half of them were still in bed and it went through and ate them. And they didn't even know.
The list is on display at evacuation centers like the encampment outside the Walmart in nearby Chico. Currently, it runs to nearly 700 names, but local officials insist it's a rough list, printed in the hope some who are wrongly included will come forward. On the day of the fire in Paradise, in their house in the center of town, Victoria Taft, elderly and disabled, wouldn't leave. She thought her daughter was overreacting.
Yeah, we had fought for that time and she didn't, I don't know, she wasn't reacting well to it all, and that it wasn't going to be that bad, and whoever she called, you know, they didn't know about it either. So, and we didn't get any notification the whole time. She thought society was better and, you know, the authority would tell her.
Things would work.
Yeah.
Seeing the scale of the fire as she escaped, Christina says she called the authorities every 15 minutes, begging them to get her mother out.
She had blindness from a coma and some neck and back problems. She couldn't drive, and I told them that. And, you know, they just were like, we have 500 calls like this, and send it all to the police line.
Those who are missing loved ones can register at local relief centres. But it's been a frustrating process for Christina. It's been 6 days since she gave a DNA swab to match human remains found at the house she believes are her mother's.
Well, they took her off the missing list, what people told me, and I did check today, and she's not on there, but then they won't call me about it, and they don't put her on the deceased list, so I'm kind of like waiting.
How would you describe your feelings at the moment? I'm guessing a lot of grief, but also a lot of anger.
Yeah, a lot of anger, sadness, loss. There's guilt and shame. And of course, everyone says, you know, it wouldn't be smart to wait, but you know, everyone I'm talking to almost just waited till the flames were in their yard.
Those life and death decisions, whether someone would have survived had they left sooner, had the roads been clearer, had there been a better warning system or better preparations, all hang in the air in Paradise. For now, forensics team continue to sift the ashes for remains. One official told me the fire was so intense, they're looking for pieces of bone no bigger than a 50p coin. But this almost impossible task is only the beginning to a search for answers over what happened here and how it's possible that in America's wealthiest state, hundreds of lives may have been erased without a trace.
So we've spoken to the county about that concern expressed by residents about a lack of warning. They say they're still collecting information, but they believe that system was working. They had a system in place alerting residents by text message, but you had to sign up for that message in order to get it. Others say that there were some police officers knocking on people's doors, but the county says because of the speed of the fire, they simply weren't able to reach everyone. They've told us that no single system is 100% perfect. They say there weren't enough, certainly weren't enough fire engines in the town. When it comes to how relatives are being treated, relatives like Christine, they say that they are confident that people are receiving all the assistance they need. But in the aftermath of this, there are certainly questions not only for the county to answer, but for the state and federal governments about their forest management. I mean, California has become a cauldron of climate change with these mega fires and ongoing drought. Rains are actually forecast here tonight, which is good news in the sense that it will put out what's remaining of the fires. But it also means that there is a risk now of flash flooding and indeed of mudslides, given that the town has been reduced to ash. It also makes all the more difficult this painstaking search for the remains of hundreds of people who may have died in Paradise.